Okay, so where did we leave off? We left off where we were trying to like up our score, try to fill up some more stuff on this blog. And as you can see, we scored at 76 according to the metrics here. So we seem to be doing pretty good. We've added some stuff and we added tons of keywords based on this practice point. So far, so good. There's a little bit more cleanup that we need to do in order for this blog article to make sense. So let's get right to it. Another part of EEAT is that you need to make reference points. So some of these things or some of these words, such as the keywords, we're going to create hyperlinks so that they link back to the websites. So like say, for example, the keyword soy candles, we're going to hover over it and put a hyperlink so that it goes to the homepage of the website. In your case, if you're doing a topic where it's going to a specific collection, then you might want to do it that. But since this is for the entire business, we're going to make it point to the homepage. That's called interlinking, right? External linking is when we point to other websites outside of the website itself, from where this content is going to live. We want to do that. And the way that we want to do that, because it follows Google's EEAT guidelines, is because we want to make references towards our claims. We just don't want to say anything just to say things. You get what I'm saying? We don't want to make claims as towards, like, let's say right here, the science behind the candles, made from oils, so on and so forth. Why people enjoy longer burning candles. Made to smell wonderful, so on and so forth. So we want to grab something from this article that we could make a reference point so that, you know, it has to be a popular website, obviously. It has to be a website that is well recognized or is popular on the web. And we say, according to so-and-so, they say that blah, 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 you know, that we're making reference points to support our claims. We can't just be throwing out claims like we just know things and, you know, here it is, right? So that's the whole reason why I'm explaining it. So let's see what we could do in order to find something that we could support a claim. All right. So semi-fast forward, what I've done was I created, although we're kind of doing like the top 10 reasons as to why we do soy candles, try to imagine somebody who has never entered into the space of soy candles. They don't know what anything is about it. So we want to kind of like give an introduction towards what is soy candles and how it came about, just to educate those who've never been in the field. Like myself, if I'm reading this, I'm learning actually while I construct all of this stuff. So what I've done here was I asked Chat GPT, can you provide a quick history of soy candles? And it gave me soy candles as we know today, blah, blah, blah. They're made from soy wax, da, 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 da. And it involves hydrogenation, soybean, and all that stuff, right? So this is actually a bit interesting. I want to add it as another title, H1, H2. Wow, I'm messing up. So I want to say quick history of soy candles as a title itself. And then I'm going to grab ChatGPT's text that it just created right now, which is soy candles as we know today, blah, 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 2, 3 paragraphs, 4. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to grab this one right here. I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to say this, right? So it's a nice little interesting paragraph. Now that we've done that, this is what I'm going to use in order to build a reference. So I'm going to grab this information here, okay? And we could try to do Chat GPT to give us reference points, but for this particular matter, I like to use Bing for this. So let's go ahead and use Bing's version of Chat GPT right here. And let's go over here to use Bing, right? We're going to go right here on the corner. We press this button, as you can see right here. And then from there, we want to make sure we use the more precise because we need as much accurate information as possible. So if you guys are already using this, just don't forget to press this little new topic so that anything that you've written before doesn't show up. Let's go right here. And what we're going to say is, one moment. From here, I'm going to type in provide a reference website that's high authority to support the following claim, colon, okay? So again, provide a reference website that's high authority to support the following claim, paste. That paragraph, that intro, I need something to support it. Let's see what it says. Most reasons why I like to do this way because it is connected to the internet. But it's a search as well. All right. Let's see what we have here. We have the Wikipedia, which is good. It's always good to reference Wikipedia. Let's see here. Soy wax is typically softer than paraffin wax with a lower melting temperature. And then over here, we have another one from Wikipedia. So those that are coming out with numbers are referencing a website. Certain additives, Wikipedia again. Here we go, soya.b. Interesting. Soy wax is quite reinvented. It was only 1991 where Michael Richards, looking for a cheaper alternative to beeswax, he developed soy wax. There was a big demand for natural wax candles, but beeswax was about 10 times more expensive than paraffin, according to, let's see, soya bean. Oh, interesting. So right here, this text actually gives some very interesting observations. So let's go back to our Word document and looking at just this here. Let's go ahead and take this sentence right here. So you see this one and grab this statement here. We're going to grab this statement right there. We're going to copy this text and we're going to go back over here to this specific text and we're going to go ahead and paste this. Okay. Paraffin. We're going to get rid of the numbers. Put a period right there. Okay, any numbers? No. And it ends in paraffin. It ends in this. So we have, let's see, it started with the word. Soy wax is quite recent. Okay, good. Okay, so this statement right here is the supported claim. So what we're going to say is, according to soya.b, comma, soy wax is quite recent, blah, 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 and so on and so forth. So let's go ahead and let's do this. Let's go ahead and make this into a hyperlink. So right click, hyperlink. And in this hyperlink, we're going to put this in the corner right here. Let's go ahead and check out this website. Let's click on this URL. And let's paste that into it so that you could see that now we're making a reference. So we're not just creating claims out there, just saying whatever. We're actually making reference points. So you might want to do that maybe once or twice on your article. Excuse me. So let's go ahead and grab all of this information, which is a new intro, and let's copy this over into, let's see where we left off, right over here. Okay, we're going to press enter. Okay, and then we're going to go boom. We're going to put that information. It brought us down 1 point because now we surpassed the words, which is perfectly fine. So we're here. Okay, great. We've made our references and I'm going to press save. I don't want to lose my place. Great. Now here comes the fun part. Once we have our article ready, we want to make sure that is not plagiarizing any other website. How do we make sure that the content that we're doing here is 100% original? Okay, because sometimes, you know, there's reference points and all that type of stuff. We don't want to copy nobody. So what we do here is let's go to Grammarly. By the way, guys, this is not sponsored by Grammarly or anything like that. So I use Grammarly, right? You guys could use it. I'll see if I could leave a link down below. And what you're going to do is make sure that on Microsoft Word, you have enabled Grammarly. And if you don't know how to do that, let me know down in the comments. I'll make a separate video, but it shouldn't be difficult, right? You can see Grammarly, that's right here. So it has to do with the extensions. Anyways, you guys want a video, let me know because I don't want to stray away too much from this topic. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open Grammarly. And it's going to do its thing where it's going to find a whole bunch of grammar issues and all this type of stuff, right? And I want to click right here where it says plagiarism. And from this point, this is where it starts reading the entire article to see if it finds across the web any phrases that we're using that are very similar towards other websites which claim to have, claim plagiarism. We have a total of 6%. This is where the Chat GPT 3.5 comes in very handy. Not version 4, because version 4 uses those tokens or whatever. 3.5 is very quick. So let me show you how I get this done. First of all, let's find what we're saying. The soy wax is used, blah, blah, blah. So right here, it's almost at mid-sentence. My sentence starts over here, and then it ends right there. So what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to break my head. I'm just going to grab the whole sentence that this is combined with. Grab this, right? Then I'm going to go to Chat GPT. I'm going to start a new chat, and I'm going to stick to version 3.5, and I'm going to say rephrase the following. And very quickly, it's just going to rephrase it. And so now that it's done that, I go back over here, keep text only, like that. And you'll see the little spinning wheel on the upper right-hand corner. And that's it. It seems like we're grabbing a lot of information from Wikipedia. So we now know where some of this information from ChatGPT is grabbing it from. And that was just one. We have to do some of them, right? So I'm going to click away, click back in, and I'm like, where's the next one? And right here, as you can see, the creation of soy wax, blasé blé. Let's grab that whole sentence, and we're just rinse and repeating. And I say, do the same for this. And then it gives me the whole sentence for that. Come back over here. Boom. There it is. Take out that extra period. It's spinning again. Now we're down to 4% from Wiki. These are other websites, but it's for a lot of the percentages of plagiarism was just coming out of Wikipedia. We don't want to do that. Show in text. Where are you? The next one. Okay, so this process is typically soy wax, blasé blé. All right. Copy. I'm doing the same thing. Same here. Okay, copy. And then right here, okay, get rid of that. All right, where's the next one? Look at this. Wow, that's a lot. To create a soy blend, which blah, blah, blah. This whole sentence needs to be redone. Let's see how this looks. Great, we got Wikipedia out the way. What's the next one? This one's coming from Light Minds or something like that. Light the Minds. And this is just a short sentence, but again, I want to grab the whole sentence, including the space. Same here. Right? We're almost there. That should get rid of, every time you do a change, it should get rid of that. And then right here in the space, we're going to grab it from all the way over here, and I'm going to say rephrase this. Same here. Right? And then I go right here. You guys get the point, right? Last one. Okay, let's go right here. Copy. Let's see how we did there. We are 100% original. Let's press save on that. Let's go all the way at the top. Let's scroll all the way down so that we could, whatever changes that we did, it doesn't matter where we went, doesn't matter, none of that stuff. Let's go ahead and copy this and go back over here. Let's hover over all of this stuff right there, including that. Let's paste. And you can see that the points didn't really affect it too much. we seem to have affected some of the stuff on this one. So let's go over here and just do regular paragraph. If I undo that, perfect. Just to kind of like screen things out, make sure that everything looks good. Everything seems to be looking good. All right, so we've cleaned out a lot of the stuff that's going on here. This is great. So we have good stuff here. So I'm okay if we surpassed our words. That's fine. These two were very strongly concerning. Now let's go ahead and add some images, because we just can't just do whatever. Let's go ahead and add some images into this blog. When it comes to images, I'll be honest with you, some of our clients, they're not ready to have like an image bank or anything of that sort. So I always say that it's always a great idea to have a large library of lifestyle images. I ask that to my clients all the time. And what ends up happening is they'll share like a bank of images, and then we'll kind of like put things together. So in the case where you have a client or you yourself, you don't have images ready to just use off the rip, I would say let's just try to figure this out. Let's just kind of like put some images together so that it coincides with the topic in place. But just rest assured, I mean, you could use, stock images if you want to. I try to stay away from those, but if you have no choice, it's perfectly fine. So in this case, I go to the client's, how is it called? The Instagram, and I try to see if I can find some images that'll go very nice with the topic in discussion. So if there are, let's see here, like, oh, an image like this is fantastic. If there's a way that I could just save this image as, oh, it's doing it like that. I don't like to use WebPs, so I'm just gonna take a screenshot then, because it is a nice picture. Or you could ask the client, hey, can you just send me the original picture of this, please? And, we'll kind of like do that thing. But aside from that, let's pretend that you don't have it. I could try to do like a picture combination type of thing. Oh, well, there are just pretty nice pictures here. This one seems a little bit off, but I guess it'll do, right? So I'm just going to take some of these screenshots to see if it works out nice. Wide images is what I'm looking for. But if you have like square images, that's okay. It's not bad. It's just that you probably need to grab two images, right? You grab two images and you put them together. Okay. So see, for example, let's say a picture like this and a picture like, no, not so much. Let's see a picture like this. So let's see if we could grab kind of like a square image. It's like a limited square. Yeah, I have no choice but to do something like this. So we got that image right there, and let's see if we could find some other type of image that could go kind of good with it. Here's another kind of square image that we could use, but I'm guessing that a lot of you folks might have something like this. This is where I have to go in Photoshop and kind of like put those images together. Let me fast forward. All right, so I have one image here. I'm gonna use my cropping tool to kind of like expand this image like this. Let's see, let's do 80% so I can kind of see what's going on here. And we want to add like another image somewhere around there. So I'm going to do one of those. And then let's go ahead and open up this other image, which is also kind of like square. I'm going to grab this image layer and go to this side and just drop it right there. Let's see if I could go ahead and do some manipulation on this image here. So let's see, do one of those. That actually looks pretty nice. Press OK to that. All set. Kind of looks, it's okay. It's not bad. It's not perfect, but for what we need to do, it's fine. And then I want to merge this, or kind of like group these layers. And then from there, I want to manipulate the size of this image. I don't want it to be huge. At most 1920 pixels wide. So I kind of do one of those, and let's go ahead and export this out. That's it. It shouldn't be too difficult. And say soy candles with flowers. Okay, press save, and now we have a new wide image. Okay, so you kind of like keep doing that so that we could go back into the article itself. Let's go all the way towards the top. Let's close this out first. Let's go all the way to the top, and we do something like this. Enter, enter. We have this space going on right there. Let's see. We're going to go and grab this title, and we're going to paste the name of the picture to the title. And now we're gonna grab this image and kind of like do one of these. See? Wide, not square. It's because square, it just doesn't look right, right? So now that we have that, it shows pretty nicely. A quick history of soy candles, looks great. Reason number one, right before reason number one. Okay, we're gonna go right here. Our soy candles are natural. Name the images. Don't leave those image names as IMG12345 because Google picks that stuff up. Do one of those. Look at that. Look how pretty, like, that looks pretty. All right. And then we have longer burning time, right? Longer burning time, blah, blah, blah. So we have some nice images right there, right there. Do we skip this? Yep. Let's go ahead and put another image over here. Okay. Let's see if this might work. Put an image right here, right? And let's press a little space bar right there. You guys get the point, right? So as we're adding these images, right, let's press save. Let's go back to our Surfer SEO. Let's do the same thing here just to see how this improves our score. So we're gonna go right here with this guy. Look, it put us to 77. Okay. And then in the other one, we put it right after reason number one. Reason number one, press space here one more time. Well, 2 times right there, put it in the middle. And then put this one right here. So look, it brought us to 80. This is great. If we wanted to, we could just stop putting images if we wanted to, but we're not gonna do that. We wanna rank pretty well, okay? And then we're gonna continue down, reason number 3, right here. Drag, drop. Not bad. It says it wants 3 more images, so let's go ahead and fast forward. All right, so we've added all of our images here, and we got a nice, beautiful score of 84. I was anticipating in the high mid 70s, but it seems like we checked out all the marks. Now, this is a fine-tuned blog. It's really not about how much blogs can you pump out and just let's just throw it and it's just fast food blogs, right? You don't want to do that. You want quality blogs. Yes, this did take time, but if you guys could fit into your schedule, you could fit one of these once a day and at least pre-plan it out. And of course, share these instructions with like a virtual assistant that could just pump out all this stuff for you so that you could go ahead and just publish them out. One of the last steps that we have to do is let's not forget to press save. Now we want to make sure that we are pointing towards the website here. Let me show you. So we want to make sure that we're pointing to the homepage based off of the keyword. So I'm going to grab the URL of the homepage and we're going to go back to Word. And over here, what we want to do is we want to find every keyword that says soy candles. All right. And we have a lot of them, but we're not going to do like each and every one of them, right? We want to be flexible. So let's see if soy candle comes out. So here's what we want to do. Here we go. Let's go all the way to the top. Soy candles. Okay. Go all the way to the top as much as we can. And what we want to do is we want to go ahead and let's hover over, right click, hyperlink. That's interlinking. We want soy candles to be linked so that it takes people into the homepage. We don't want to do it too much, right? Just enough. So in that paragraph, we already have that set there. Right here are soy candles, right? So we could highlight this whole thing right here. Right click, hyperlink, right, to the homepage. You don't want to do too much because then it's going to look like keyword stuffing, right? So that's what I'd say is just a few times go ahead and do that to the website or to the article itself. And once you do this, we're pretty much ready to go ahead and start publishing this out, or at least get this ready for Shopify, because we already done what we needed to do on this side over here. And yeah, so that's actually pretty good. I'm going to do this one as the last one. Right click, and I'm going to say hyperlink and do that. Okay, so now we have interlinking. Interlinking is that the article is pointing inside of the website. External linking, it's pushing out to other articles to make references of our claims. We got images, we got everything, right? So let's go ahead into the final phase. I'll point that out in the next video.